Former United Nations Secretary General Kofi Annan is a man on a difficult mission. He is in Kenya to exert pressure on the struggling coalition government to carry out changes that are necessary to save the country from the threat of civil war.
Clearly, the Kenyan people are expecting more from the coalition government. More unity of purpose, more progress on the reform agenda, and more concrete action to end impunity and combat corruption.
Very good.
Annan has been holding talks with the country's president and prime minister, as well as other high-ranking officials. The reforms were negotiated as part of the peace deal that brought about the coalition. The government is charged with giving Kenyans a new constitution, reforming the notoriously corrupt police, judiciary, and electoral process. It's also to tackle festering disputes over land ownership that fueled much of the post-election violence in December 2007. Most of these changes are aimed at avoiding a repeat of sins like this. The disputed results of the presidential election was the spark that set members of rival parties at each other's throats. Few Kenyans ever thought that the services of the man who mediated the historic peace deal would be necessary at such an advanced stage in the life of the coalition government. It's, however, his lack of confidence in the pace of reforms that keeps bringing Kofi Annan back. The government argues the changes are on track. Many Kenyans disagree.
There's no that will to have reforms in this nation, because it means then total change for us as the small people. Yeah, the big people are just enjoying.
We are in a very dangerous situation at the moment, because failure to implement these reforms, we expect another, probably a very serious situation, more than Sierra Leone or Rwanda, because people are not united generally.
There are also fears that those behind the bloodletting are not any closer to trial. The chief prosecutor of the International Criminal Court, Luis Moreno Ocampo, has shown willingness to prosecute the suspects. It's, however, not clear if the government would arrest and hand over those indicted, including high-profile suspects within its ranks. Mohammed Adow, Jazeera, Nairobi, Kenya.